welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for choosing me once again. If you are new here, hello, hi, my name is Yolanda, and I am so excited to be joined by you. Whoa, you guys, happy new year. I hope that you entered the year with a bang and on a high note. First things first, I'm well. Just a quick update. I'm extremely well. I'm very good. Have been MIA for the longest time, months and months and months. And I'm not here to sort of like explain where I was or anything. I was very busy. Life happened, so that's why I just wanted to film this to sort of give you guys an update of it and what plans I make or what plans I have for the channel this year, and hopefully that all goes well and according to our plans, of course. So come along. So where have I been? So yeah, I think the last time I posted a video was April, May, April. It should be around that time because God, yo, God just came through. I was so blessed. 2021 was one of, I would, I would, I would say it out loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. It was one of the happiest years to date, of my life, or the happiest year, sorry, to date of my life. And I'm just in awe and so amazed. I'm still like trying to process everything, you know what I mean? I still can't get over it. I'm still on that high. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know that we continued to lose loved ones, especially with the pandemic and all of that. But in the midst of that happening, with all of that happening, God was just coming through for me. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I had the best time of my life. I got to experience new things. I got to, just know who I am, like even like stretch even further, be uncomfortable a bit, find my grounding and just figure out who I am. I've cried a lot. I've had happy times. I've complained a lot. I've been, I loved, I was loved, I enjoyed life. There were days when I just didn't want any of it. So it was quite a roller coaster, but mostly with the highs more than the lows. Well, in this case, the lows are better, I think, than the highs in terms of a roller coaster, like an actual roller coaster. Okay, don't mind me. So, you guys, I was blessed with a business. So I am, you are looking at a business lady. I was blessed with the spa, and I've been busy there ever since. So we launched May. I've always known that I was gonna open a business later in life. I just didn't know what sort of a business as a child, as a kid. And then obviously as I tapped into beauty and all of that, I was like, okay, this is what I want. I would like to own a spa one day, or even a school. That's still part of my plans, or that's still in my plans. But one day, and when I say one day, I was looking at something along the lines of in 10 years time, 15 years time, or even 20 years time, not too soon. And as I was planning that, just writing what I would like to have, a spa, for now we'll just look for a job, do a bit of freelance work there and there, you know what I mean? And God was just watching and looking at me like, you have no idea that you'll be opening a spa very soon. So I remember 2020, I was just busy with a lot of business seminars and stuff, because I've always been that person who's interested in businesses, but I just didn't know that it was my destiny like that, or a big part of my journey like that. I just thought it's because it's out of interest and the fact that one day I might need to use the knowledge, you know what I mean? So I tapped into that, and I was just busy attending seminars, master classes, and all of that. At first, it was just me trying to equip myself so that I know when I'm around people who are speaking the same language, or that type or kind of language that I'm able to answer or sort of like have a conversation with them. And then 2021, I remember just, you know, sort of like writing everything down in my journal and wanting to pray over it. And eventually I did, and I registered a company, of course, the spa, 15 February 2021, and I was just like, okay, this is it, and it's gonna function one day. At least I just got that part of the way, that part out of the way. So now I'm gonna need to look for a job so that I'm able to save up money, so that one day this business idea comes to life, right? That's me, February last year. I'm continuing with my life as usual, and it's just, looking for a job hunting. And as I'm doing that, I remember around the end of February, after like I've prayed, because those were the times I used to run and I'd pray on top of the hill, a hill around my area, because we do have a lot of mountains around here. So I just went there and I was just praying and I was just telling God about everything, and He was just taking me through a phase of body image. I feel like last year early, God was just busy with me in terms of body image, because um, I used to be very insecure about how I look, from my face to my body type or body shape and all of that. Even I've had insecurities such as, not being sure if I'm speaking proper English. I still get those. That's why I get nervous when it comes to having to film a video. That's the only thing I think about. I'm like, my English is not that good. So, yeah. And God was just like, let it go. You're not perfect. So what? They will get your drift. Even if your English is not that perfect, you will learn, of course, because, I mean, I'm me and I enjoy that and I have to learn. It makes me happy. So, and just to improve my vocabulary so that I feel confident when I'm in front of the camera like this. But deep inside or at the back of my head, there's that voice where it's just like, you're not sounding well because you can't speak proper English. Like when I say proper English, not necessarily proper English, I feel like my English is not, it's not high caliber English. It's grade 5, grade 9 English. So, yeah. Okay, let's not do this. We're not gonna be sad. Okay. Okay, we're gonna push this video. We're gonna do this. We're posting this video. It must go out. Okay, so that happened. So God was just taking me through a stage of just healing me in terms of my body and understanding that this is my temple and that He loves me with my temple and that He made it perfect for me. And this is how He had visioned me to be. This is exactly where or this is exactly how I should be looking. And obviously, we must exercise to keep it healthy. So that's how I started my exercising journey. It was not out of body goals, it was literally me saying, thank you so much, body. You've carried me since I was born. You've been there, and you're still carrying me through. You're going to change. This is not just anybody. I'm a female, so I carry life, or we will one day I will carry life inside me. So this is sacred. Yeah, this is not for everybody. So I must take care of this because there's not a spare body. So I must eat well. I must exercise. I must nourish. I must hydrate this body and everything in it. So as I was busy with that, my life just turning a whole upside down in terms of spirit, like emotional realization or emotional healing, spiritual healing, physical healing, and all of that. And I like how the Holy Spirit was just guiding me throughout all these things. I know that people go for therapy sessions, and God uses that as well. But for me, it was different. He used me time or alone time or devotion time to sort of like speak to me, because I would go there and there was nobody, no noise, no nothing. The only things that were there were animals. I could see a bit of rabbits there and there. I think, are they rabbits? I'll confirm for you guys. But yeah, and it was so exciting. It was new. It was it was just different. I felt God's voice every single day. I would have a conversation with him every single day. So as I came back home one day, I felt him just saying to me, I was going through my journal where I wrote everything, my goals, and I was like, okay, thank God I'm doing this exercising thing this year, and I'm able to do it, and it feels like I'm not gonna give up anytime soon. It feels good. It's starting to feel like a habit or like my routine. So as I'm going through that, I'm like, yeah. So I'm praying over this list. I'm praying over everything that I wrote, and I felt God's voice just saying to me, why not now? I'm like, why not now? What? Like, why not now? Why aren't you opening a spa this year? And I'm like, with what money? I don't have money. And God works so, like, He works, I don't know, He's crazy in a good way, in a very good way. I mean, crazy in a big way, like a good way. I mean, like, he's, I can't comprehend Him, you know what I mean? Type of crazy. So, a friend of mine asked me. So a friend of mine told me about this other woman who happens to be a lady or a woman that we go to or we attend the same church, me and her. So we go to the same church together and stuff. So she and her family were planning a birthday party for her daughter, a seventh birthday party for her daughter, and the daughter requested something that is spa themed and has a spa vibe to it. So this friend of mine was like, so I said to her, she should contact you because you know more about that. This is February. Okay, well, this is end of Jan, going to February. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I will love to help because I've worked before at a spa and I'm qualified. So I spoke to the woman or lady, and we just finalized everything. And she said to me, okay, I want you to help me with this and that, just to set up the whole spa thing and just continue with the theme and then you work. How much is it? And I was like, what? Okay. So in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this because obviously I asked God for freelancing, right? Because as I'm looking for a job or as I'm job hunting. So this is another freelancing work or opportunity. So I took it, definitely did it. So February was the birthday party, and that's where I did it. And as I was there and we were taking pictures and videos, I was there for 3 days. So this was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The birthday happened on Saturday, but because it was so far, I had to sleep over there and come back with them on Sunday. So that weekend, I took note of everything in terms of my mind. I took pictures with my mind and eyes and stuff and stored everything here because I couldn't physically take pictures. They did send me some of the pictures and stuff. And as I saw myself there and as I just looked at everything, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'll be able to do this. So that gave me confidence to know that I'm going to be a great freelancer for time being as I wait for my dream job. And at that time I'm talking a rejection every day via emails. Unfortunately we regret. Unfortunately, even the promising ones, I would have interviews and everything would seem like good, and then all of a sudden people disappear on me or something like that. So I was quite shaken. So that happened, and as that happened, I was, to be honest with you guys, I was not too devastated. That's what I'm saying. 2021 is a different year for me. I was not too devastated as to, okay, I'm not finding a job. It's the end of the world, because I'm one of the most grateful people that I, I have a grandmother who supports me, or us here at home. And she's like, I got food, I had shelter, and he buys me clothes and I'm well. So as much as I want to have my own things obviously in life, because independence, but at the time I was like, it's not like I must break myself in four pieces because otherwise then I'm not going to have food on the table. No, it was different for me. I was looking for a job and getting all these rejections with a full stomach. Not to say that people who then have that are not supposed to feel devastated or depressed or anxiety or any of these things. They can. I, for one, had. But at the time, this particular time, this is Jan, February, March. I was like, no, I'm good. So even with the rejections, I'm just gonna keep, checking my CV, doing touch-ups, and just send and apply even more. This just gave me fuel to apply even more. And then, as that was happening, like I said, I felt this conviction again. And God was like, why don't you open this year? And I was like, with what? I remember the Holy Spirit just, pressing or placing these words in my heart. Like, I was like, with what? I can't open this year. I need to relax a bit. I need to gather information. I must research because I'm that girl who loves research and preparation before I do something. Like, that I research. Until I'm satisfied. So I was busy with that, and I was like, there's nothing else I could research. So I researched so much, and I've been attending seminars for so long. I think since I was like 14, I'd watch these seminars, attend them. But 2020 was the the a 360 rotation type of thing because I took it seriously and I was writing notes and I could actually remember, and I've implemented some of the things that I learned there. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, one day, but not now. And then around April, I remember, I think that's when I posted my last video. I was like, I'm just going to continue with my YouTube, focus on my YouTube. And I remember doing like a whole planning all the videos or all the content that I was going to share and film. And as I was doing that, because there are days where you attempt to film a video and you're just not feeling it anymore, and then you just let go and you end up not filming or posting. Sometimes you film and finish, even edit and finish, and you just like, I don't sound well. Like all kinds of anxiety creeps in, and all kinds of insecurities creep in, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't do this. And that happens a lot to me. I get attacked, guys, all the time. That's why if you see this video, I did it. I honestly did it. I'm sure this is my 100th video. So yeah, so that happened, and I registered the company, like I mentioned, on the 15th of February, and I was like, So I kept on getting ads. And this is me without searching because I know how the algorithms thingy work. So this was me not even searching. Or one, I looked, let me not lie, I did search for a bed, a massage bed, because I was planning on freelancing, like I mentioned. So I saw that it was quite expensive, and I was like, this is never gonna happen. I'm not gonna afford a massage bed right now. Maybe around September. This is me, April. So, and then I don't know. Oh yeah, I was receiving the 350 grant. So I was saving that money because I wasn't using it. Like I told you, I do get provided here at home, so I saved that money. And I saved it. So I was just like, and I've been saving it since 2020, so you know what I mean. So it was cutting off around March, I remember. So I was like, okay, I do have a bit of cash um, under my name. So I was just like, yeah, the money is here, but it's not enough. And together with that money I made for the gig that I went to, because it was a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. So I just put it together and I was like, I have money. And I feel like by the grace of God, because I live in an area where we are not as developed, so we don't have any restaurants that are fancy, we don't have McDonald's, we don't have Uber Eats, we don't have Uber, we don't have all these things. The only thing that was my responsibility was to contribute Nakona, so it's not a full thing. I contribute my share for the router for us to have Wi-Fi or internet access here at home. So that was the only thing that I was worried about, and it's a very small amount that I could afford. So I hope I'm audible because the car's outside. Wow. So with that, I then was like, okay, I'm gonna open a spa. I'm gonna listen to this voice. I'm gonna listen to this strong will. I remember posting on Instagram. I don't know if you're on Instagram and you have me on your Instagram, and if you remember this, please let me know. I remember posting on Instagram. I don't usually write like on Instagram, like create and write. I just post, like repost or things like that. So that day I wrote, and I was like, there's this feeling inside of me that my life is about to change. I don't know how, I can't remember the words exactly, but it was along these lines. Like I feel there's this strong feeling inside of me that my life is about to change. My life is about to change. My life is about to change. I felt it so strongly, so much so that I was leaving it. I could feel it. It was like I didn't stop it, I didn't resist it. I was like, let it be. But I don't know what's going on, or I don't know how this thing is gonna come to pass or whatever. But I'm not gonna resist it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this feeling, I'm not gonna block it away. I'm just gonna feel it and accept it and allow it to do what it does best. So that happened. And fast forward May, we were launching Italata Spa. That's the name of my spa. The name means to pop, to be out there, to be obvious, or to be made obvious in Siswati, which is my home language, because I had to. I'm in a phase in my life where I want to embrace who I am in terms of like cultural, I never want to lose that. No, I'm quite modern, but I never want to lose that. So, um, yeah, so Ikarata Spa, I feel like that was a unique name, and it just stands out, and it is exactly something that you would expect from Yolanda Nkampule, because I'm like that. I'm a person who's pop-ups. I'm out there. I'm obvious in the crowd. You'll definitely notice me. So my spa has to be something like that. We're still growing, making a lot of mistakes. Making a lot of mistakes, and because this was such a God-given assignment, even during the mistakes or during those days where I'm just devastated, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. There's this thing in me that says, no, we're trying again tomorrow. We're going to try again tomorrow. And another thing that just sort of motivates me, that I've placed that in days where I feel like God is not speaking to me, um, and the Holy Spirit is not saying anything, what I've placed was this thing, and it motivates me every single day with whatever that I do, and that is my children. I already think about them. I don't know how many kids I'm gonna have, but I'd like to have 7. But I don't know how many kids God is gonna give me. But in my mind, I know that I want to be a mother, and I will be a mother. So I just think of them whenever I feel like giving up completely. I'm like, what are they gonna eat? You have nothing to your name. What are you going to provide for your kids? And do you want them to grow up like you? Do you want them not to have like a startup nyana in life? No, I don't. So I just put that, I have that in my mind, so that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me pushing. That's why I even want to take care of my body, so that I'm able to carry them full term and nicely and everything, and just I'm able to raise them and just be there for their father as well, and just love them together with their father or their dad. So that's for me. So with that being said, Clatus Files are open. You can go check out our Facebook page and give me a feedback how you feel about that. I'm still working and navigating all of this thing, having to balance Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, because I feel I'm more comfortable with WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is quite limited in terms of the reach. So I must have people's numbers first, and people are not like that. I can't be approaching everybody and asking for their contact details. That's weird. So a lot of things I lost along the way, and that I had to sacrifice my YouTube channel and Bow Your Head Sister, which is something else that I had so much plans for, and Bow Your Head Sister, not just only as a YouTube channel, but as a movement, the initial movement that I had in mind, the initial desire that I had in my heart. But this year I'm definitely trying to push it, even though there's I think 2 more huge projects that are in my heart, and I'm planning on executing them this year, because last year I was just praying over them, and I feel like I'm also spirit led when it comes to that, because there's so much peace, and I still feel the voice and just hear God saying, we're doing this. So with this one, it's not a matter of this year. It was just, we're still doing this. So the this year thing is my time frame. So if it does not come to pass this year, that's also fine. But I know that I'm called for multiple assignments. I'm called for multiple great work because I'm engaged in great work. That's why I cannot afford, cannot come down. Right? So that's Nehemiah 6, by the way, verse 3. So yeah, I'm just whew, you guys, a lot has been happening. When I say a lot, there are days where I had awful days and I made awful decisions. I'm just gonna try and put a snippet of the moments. So this video is gonna be quite long. So of the moments, and everything. Sometimes there were days where things were not working, and there were days where I just sit back in my room and just think, people trust me with their money, people trust me with their skin, people trust me with just me treating them. They don't question, some of them, some do. And then there are people who criticize me as well. And and it's so weird how the people who criticize me don't make me cry, and the people who trust me, they make me cry, because I'm like, they see something in me that I don't. They come through, and I was working here at home, or from home, inside my grandmother's garage. For those who didn't know, the spa was inside my grandmother's garage. So you guys, go for your dreams. Even if you start under a tree, do it. I was willing to massage people under a tree until my mom was like, you can use the garage. And my grandmother was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And we all did the garage thing, and it helped me so much. It was safe, it was near, it's home. And yeah, yes, it wasn't as aesthetically pleasing, but it did the job, and you got to relax, So, and I put my 110% and more, and that is what I told myself, that from now on, from this stage in my life until forever, I'll be putting 120% in almost every single thing that I do, or on every single journey that I embark on. I don't want to give just few parts of me or few parts of my brain, or I don't want to just be just comfortable and not sort of like stretch myself, stretch my creativity, stretch everything, my resources. So God came through, and it was so amazing. Like I said, I had horrible moments as well. And then personally, I was just going through a roller coaster. I was missing a certain ex of mine so bad, that I remember those days when I couldn't function. I was like, this is like a soul tie type of thing. I was like, this feels so weird. I remember just fasting and praying for God to heal my heart so that I can move on. I still think about him, obviously, and there are times where I just compare and miss him, and want to text him, but we're still in the healing journey. And also, I took a break of the dating scene and stuff, and I got to fall in love with myself. And like I said, it was so nice because God was helping me through that. And that's when I was like, this is what I don't want to do, this is what I want to try out, and this is what I want, and this is what I don't want. And I've learned to say no. In 2021, if there's something I'm very proud of, I was saying no. Almost 90% of the time it was a no. No, because I don't want to. No, because I've been a people's pleaser all my life, and that didn't work quite well. It left me depressed, unsatisfied, unhappy, and insecure. So now we're fixing that. So I'm growing. So I'm also new to me. So all this, I'm taking in all this together with everyone around me. So it can be quite frustrating because I'm trying to explain myself, but I'm also learning myself, and then people don't want to accept the new me, and I'm in that space when I'm accepting the new me, and people are like, no, you changed. Yeah, I did, and it's okay. I'm growing. So I'm so excited for this year. Just to cut the video here so that I can be able to insert the other videos. I'm very excited about the year 2022, and what it has to bring. I'm definitely ready for a relationship this year. I want to embark on that, and just date. So if you see me on the socials, because I am gonna post, if you see me on the socials with a significant other, definitely, and just know that's me going all out, that's me going 150%, that's me diving in. I'm not putting my toes there, or just my foot, or a finger. That's me just, I'm going in all out. And but also with that, I realized something. Um, During my single months, I was just, I'm scared. I still am. I'm scared of praying for a partner. Um, so I would often do that. I'd pray for a partner every year. I'd be like, Lord, this is the kind of husband. This is not a partner in terms of a boyfriend, in terms of a husband. I was like, God, this is what I want. He must have this and that. But I'm so scared now to pray for a partner because I feel like I'm not the right partner. That's why I've been working on myself. So I haven't been praying on how he should be. I've been praying on how I should be. So I'm busy working on myself, and hopefully when I feel, if that ever will happen, that I'm okay now, then I'll start writing down what I want and like make a list and then pray to God and be like, I think I'm ready for a husband right now. Like I mentioned to you guys that this year I'm planning on dating, so um yeah, I feel ready for that, obviously, but also I don't want to spiritually commit myself. I don't know if I'm making sense. I want to commit myself to my partner or that particular person. I want to commit myself to myself. I want to commit myself to the relationship. I want to commit myself to the love. I want to commit myself to everything that comes with it, the making time, the communication, the going out, the saving money for things, the helping each other out, all of that. But I'm not ready to commit in a spiritual level because I feel like that's something different. Because I want to do it. I don't know, but just know that I'm scared. And if you will, please do keep me in your prayers when it comes to that. I'm just not ready to commit spiritually. So let me put it like this. I don't want to take this person to God right now and be like, Dad, this is him. I like him. Whenever I pray for this particular person, I'm just like, may we understand each other, and if he is the one, then that's great. But may you work in him, Lord. May you work in him. May you help me not hold a red pen and be like, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. Let me not judge because I'm also not perfect. I'm also in a journey where I'm not fully confident with myself. So I don't know if people reach or get to that space, but so I'm just praying for that. Looking for someone who's willing to commit as well, like me, and just dive in, you know what I mean? So but when it comes to taking it to God and saying, Dad, this is it for me, and if it's not part of my plan, the plans that you have for me, then remove it. But also I also fear wasting time with this decision that I've made. I also fear wasting time. I fear wasting time. So I don't know. I'm torn, you guys. I'm torn. I'm torn. I'm really torn. You know what? I think I'll just post this video like this and then do a part 2 where I post the other snippets of the year, because I filmed a lot of videos last year, especially during work, just for you guys to see what I've been busy with. I thought I was gonna do like a whole work series type of thing, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I've changed my mind and I'm going another direction. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. If you're watching this video, thank you so much, because I have been missing in action and you still stuck around, or you're still sticking around, and that's power to you. Happy New Year to you guys, and I would like to hear, in short, just summarize everything, how your 2021 was, where we can pray for each other. I'm definitely opening Fridays for prayer this month, January, and then from there we continue with Coffee Date with Yolanda on Instagram, and maybe like I mentioned to you guys, I have a lot of plans also on there and Bow Your Head. So in short, you will be seeing me everywhere, every single way, on every single platform, or on all your news feed when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, as well as WhatsApp, Twitter, no, not my thing. TikTok, no, not my thing. And I won't be going there anytime soon. Maybe in the future I'll be forced, but for now I'm cool. So I love you guys so much, and please do chat with me. Let me know how you've been feeling. What life-changing experience did you feel last year, or moments, what you've been going through, and how can I carry you in prayer. I love you guys so much, and see you on the next video. Bye. And always don't forget to unbow your head, sister.